We need to do things that we need to not spend money that we don't have, to buy things that we don't want, to impress people that we don't like. You know, this is the famous things. Physical and mental health being, I'm not going to go into community and all those things. But since we have, a leadership thing here, we were talking about this in another, not a conference really, but informal sort of a thing, that what does a leader need to promote well-being, And the acronym is LEADER. So L is learn to listen, okay? Learn and listen to your heart, to your mind, your body, and your soul, okay? Ask the questions, what type of world do I want to live in? What type of community do I want to live in? What type of leader do I want to become? How do I use the strengths of my people? And if you want to go to a deeper level, you have to ask these open-ended questions. Who am I? Where am I going? What is my purpose in life? What am I grateful for? Then E is emotional bonding, Am I in touch with my feelings? Am I in touch with my people's feelings? Yeah, and much more deeper, can I create a deeper caring, where there is attention, affection, appreciation, acceptance. And these are the important things in this thing. Then we come to, what is it? E and A. Yeah, A is awareness. Am I aware of my employees' needs? And what do my employees need? They need hope, they need trust, they need compassion, and they need security. And am I really interested in looking after their needs? Am I giving them a sense of ownership? Am I giving them a sense of stability? Am I giving them a sense of self-esteem, of achievement? Then comes what? D. Right, so D is dare to dream. Dare to dream and do it. Okay, am I an action-oriented person? Do I set realistic goals? Do I set time limits? Do I record my performances? And to become a dreamer, all you need to do is to have a joyous, energetic body, a loving, compassionate heart, a reflective, alert mind, and a lightness of being. That's all we need to become daring. Then comes another E, which is empowering. That means we empower people, we look at their strengths, and we see what they're good at, use their talents, and use their empowerment. R is responsibility. That means, do I take the risks? Do I take the initiatives? Do I live by my values? Do I do feedback? And all this can happen if I have integrity, if I have authenticity, if I have a higher calling, if I am the cause in the matter. So responsibility also includes being responsible for your employees' health and things like that. And S is for synchronicity. If you ask any successful leader, he'll say, I was lucky. I was at the right place at the right time, that I had meaningful coincidences in my life. So there is, before we go into all these things, we must know some very basic things about ourselves and our universe. What is the nature of the universe? How does, where does consciousness arrive from? Are you familiar with quantum physics, anyone? Huh? No one. Oh, yes, okay. So if you look at the nature of the universe, and why I'm saying all this is that we're going into so many things without understanding who we really are. What is mind? Where is our mind? Is our body a structure? And things like that. So the universe, 70% of the universe, by the way, is made up of something called dark energy. Dark because we can't see it, and the only purpose of this dark energy is to expand the universe, okay? That's all it does. About 25% is dark matter. Dark again because we can't see it. And it's not really matter because it's not atomic. It doesn't absorb light, it doesn't emit light, it doesn't participate. But it's called matter because it bends space-time. And it is that matter which holds the universe together, which holds your body together. What is left? 5%. And in that 5%, 4.9999 is invisible stellar dust, which has not yet coalesced to form a universe. What is left in our visible universe? 0.001. That is who we all are. Okay, so what is our universe made of? I would say nothing.